Ladies and gentlemen, we are at round 10 in 8-way and XP8 is in the air. And I've mentioned earlier already that we will have the alternates here, and one alternate is Eliana Rodriguez. The other one I haven't told yet, but there he is, Mr. Tim Denanzio.
Surprise alternate.
Surprise alternate. And we are winning, obviously, the gold medal here quite easily. Thanks to a lot to you, thanks Tim, for setting this whole project in place. Eliana, who is now a Hall of Fame
Yes.
member.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
yes,
you.
we witnessed that actually. She has been the alternate, but you're winning your second gold medal in 8-way actually, right? You have already won.
I have one. Yeah, I have one from 2004.
Ah.
In Croatia.
Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, hey, the
Yes.
very last of the
Let's listen to
8-way
Randy for a moment.
competition
Okay.
skydives in the 2022 World Skydiving Competition are in the air now. If you're not busy dirt diving for the 4-way event, come on out and scream and yell and hoot and holler at them in the landing area.
Okay,
Congratulations on
Randy.
a good competition.
We'll do that. We're waiting for them too.
Yes, yeah,
We're out
yeah.
here. So who of this lineup here now was actually in your 2004 lineup?
So Craig Gerard and Kirk Werner. Yeah, out of that Kirk Werner. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Tim, you have actually created this whole project.
Yeah, and originally it was kind of self-serving. I did it for myself. I wanted to
You are
kinda
a world
get back
champion
into
too,
it.
right?
Not previously, no.
Oh, but
This'll
you were
be-
with the Golden Knights,
Yep,
and
yep. I've been a national champion, but never world champion.
I see. Okay.
And,
So you created it for selfish reason, you say?
yeah. I wanted to do 8-ways.
Okay.
Easiest way is to start a team and surround yourself with a lot of good people, which we tried to do, and it's and of course we succeeded, obviously. And as you were saying, I mean, this world meet, our guys are winning pretty easily, and not to diminish anybody else, but they're just a cut above anybody else that's here right now. I think we're after 9 rounds, we're ahead by 33 points. So,
Yeah, but easily, the Qatar Falcons had really the goal to win. So, they had to realize it's not going to happen, but, so easily you still have to show the opponents, that you are the team. So it's not, you never get it.
And there's always obvious difficulties, but I mean, just the past couple of years, it's become more difficult for other people. And as we all know, the Golden Knights have kind of stopped competing in 8-way. Not kind of, they have stopped competing in 8-way, and so the door was left wide open for us, and initially, and now it's I think. With this team, we're going to continue it, of course. So I
good
think
news!
we're gonna,
Great news.
we're going to have we've got a bright future ahead of us, and
I'm here with Tim also, not only because he's the founder and the big supporter of the US team. I've covered more than enough family stories for the NSL News because I'm always very interested in that. Recently we had the Canadian team here again, the Catastrophe, with the father, son, daughter. Then we had, there are several other relationships we've covered. Tim, you have your family involved in business and in the team as well.
Yeah. My son John, he's been with me on this team. He was with me when we started it, and he was actively jumping before I started. I kind of retired a little bit back then, and he was
jumping, right?
And I started jumping again after he did, and then he was on the first team. Yeah, after he did, and so after it was I took about a 7 or 8 year break, and then came back at that point, and like I said, he's been there the entire time. So it's hard to believe that he's been jumping 20 years, and I think he's got 17,000 jumps now, which is far beyond what I've
He's a
got.
2-time world champion now.
So, which is great.
That's not the only one. You also have more of your offspring.
All my children. I have 6 children, as you know. I have 2 other sons who one runs the drop zone, one runs the wind tunnel, and then I have my 3 daughters who are somewhat involved. Although and I say somewhat, my oldest daughter's husband is one of our lead instructors at the wind tunnel, and my second daughter works in the manifest runs the manifest at the drop zone, and then my youngest daughter is married to a young Army lieutenant and stationed right now at Fort Benning. But she's been here, of course, through the years, and all the kids have jumped.
It's smart. You keep them all close, so you don't have to travel around the world or country to see them. They're all right there.
Yeah.
Eliana.
Yes.
So I was hoping they would let you in for round 10, your alternate, and maybe Tim too. I don't know.
I'm afraid.
You didn't bring your gear, right? But Eliana, she has to be ready in case somebody.
I've got my gear, and just full disclosure, I hadn't jumped in 8 years. Up until just last week, where I made a jump just to make sure I was current for this meet.
Okay.
And I do have gear here. And that's one of the things people ask me. You quit jumping? Well, not really. I still have a rig. I still have a jumpsuit. And I've flown in the tunnel, of course, a bunch over those years too. Mm-hmm. So that helps keep you in somewhat. But I mean, things would have to go really bad before they would put me in.
Maybe for the U.S. Nationals. They could probably win the U.S. Nationals. Is that them? Are they coming? No, that's the previous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Previous team or previous? No, that's not Qatar yet. So that's the previous load probably. Oh, Germany and microclimate.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a few more minutes there.
And so the Nationals, and just so, again, to let everybody know, the Nationals are at our place next year.
Next year again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
great.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Not too far to drive for me. It's a 6-hour drive, and I'm at Paraclete. And I enjoy those visits because there's always something going on. Paraclete is really one of and I really appreciate it, and the whole community appreciates it. They are really supporting the drop zone and the wind tunnel, are in support of teams.
Yeah.
4-8-way teams. So you feel that, when you're there, and it's logistically or people. So that's you're doing a lot of great things for that. Yeah. So they didn't.
So they let me in the training. So I did a little bit. Well, not a lot. I did 2 jumps with them, which were a blast, and then I got to go in the tunnel for 15 minutes, and I rotated through most of the slots. So that was really fun.
As if you wouldn't be ready with it as a hammer time member. She just won a silver medal in 4-way open at the Nationals with Craig.
Yeah. And Matt
and Matt, so 3 8-way members.
Yes.
And they won the silver medals.
Yeah. So I wanted to get in there just to make sure, warm up a little bit, feel their pace, feel their fall rate. But it was really fun, and even though it would be fun to jump with them, I'm really glad that they were all okay and they were able to all the work that they put in this whole year. I mean, they could display it all the way through the 10 rounds.
They're only 30 points ahead, so they needed to be.
There's Qatar
on their toes.
So there's the U.S.
Coming.
Yep.
All right, great.
All right,
yes,
so I guess we have to walk on. Thank you very much for this introduction to the World Champions landing now.
Yes.